asubuhi.
Of December, Jamhuri Day. Cyrus called me at around 4:34, and we spoke for about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. He called again at around 2:30 and asked me where I was. And I told him that I was in the supermarket. He said he wanted to see me, so he drove to where I was. When he reached the parking, he called me, told me he was outside. So I just put the trolley aside and went to see him. I sat in the car, we had a conversation, and then he left. He told me he was going back to the office to build his castles. He told me I'm going to dream and build my castles in the office, but later I'll be going to see the Honorable Speaker, Wetangula. Later, he FaceTime called me at around 4, told me he never even went to the office, that he had gone to the house and was just feeling tired and went to sleep. So when he called, he was just on the chair. He told me he had been dozing on the chair for about 2 hours. And that was the last time I spoke to Cyrus. And the time he came to the parking lot of the supermarket, the last time I had a restless night that night. I didn't sleep well. And the feelings I had were really strong. So I looked at my watch, at my phone, and it was exactly midnight. I could not really decode what I was feeling. So I took a screenshot of my phone. It is the picture on my tribute. It was exactly midnight, and I could hear voices saying, "It's over. It is over." I couldn't make sense of it. At 3 o'clock, 3:20, when I got the call, I was still awake, trying to make sense of what I was feeling. I saw his call, but when I picked, it was not him. Someone asked me if I knew the owner of the phone, and I told him, yeah, that's my husband. I asked where he is, if I could speak to him. But they told me that he's been involved in an accident, and he was unconscious but was being attended to by the doctors. I continued talking, but I immediately asked my daughter Sonia to accompany me, and we started driving towards Naivasha. I could also not make sense when I was told that the accident had occurred in Naivasha, because he had no plans of traveling. So it was, at first I thought it was a prank, but then the officer identified herself and said she was Corporal Rhoda of Naivasha police station. So I drove and I went. I realized that it was going to be very heavy for me. I called Senator Kaniri, I called Mr. Kisia and Mr. Fred Amaya and asked them to accompany me to Naivasha. And I'm glad that even at that hour, at 3 a.m. in the morning, they woke up and they followed me alongside their spouses. And we kept going, we kept communicating. I also called his doctor, Martin Wanyoike, and put him on high alert. I told him Cyrus has been involved in an accident, kindly be on high alert. And he called back and even sent me a number for the air rescue. Finally, when I called the police officer, I told him the air rescue requires a landmark for them to land. That's when the commandant of Naivasha police station told me, Mama, his Sasasio rescue mission was there to watch her. It was devastating. We stopped the car on the roadside and we just screamed and cried and cried. I informed Christine Yokadi, I informed Kanini what has happened. I also informed his siblings. And I called some of our children, Jack, Tim, and June. I told them to follow because things were really bad. I had also called Honorable Sudi. Though he did not answer, he called me at around 6, and I also informed him about what had happened. We reached there, found Cyrus in the morgue at Naivasha Mortuary. So the rescue mission changed now to something else. So I called the funeral home and asked them to send us a hearse. And the whole team converged at the morgue, and we brought him back to Nairobi. It is a terrible loss. It was so shocking someone a few hours later, he told that he is no more. I pray for your prayers for the family. The children have been hardest hit, but God will give them strength. And I pray that all the children, let us be strong, let us love one another, and let us continue with Dad's legacy. Dad was a fair man. He believed in equity, and he never discriminated against anyone. And I pray that God will give us the grace to continue that and to be fair to all the children and give them what they deserve. God bless us all. Thank you.